Well, good evening and welcome to Richmond Raceway for XJ Simulations to cover the race tonight in the KCE Racing League. 160 laps we've got coming up. Joining me in the booth tonight are Larry and Carissa, along with a couple of special guests we'll get to in a little bit. How are you doing tonight, guys?
And I am excited to be here tonight at Richmond, one of my favorite tracks on the schedule. And XJ has a tendency to perform well at this track if he can avoid the trouble. That's what he's got to concentrate on tonight, avoiding the trouble.
Good evening, Mike and Larry. Excited to be here, hopeful for the number 11 to have a great race this evening. And I'm also excited to introduce special guests joining us tonight, Sam and Joe.
And I am excited to be here, regardless of the talent level of the driver we are following.
Yes, I'm excited to be here too. At least I think I'm excited. Honestly, I'm not sure where I am today.
Well, I can understand your confusion. We've only said where we're at a couple of times so far in the broadcast, but let's move on with the show.
Yes, welcome, my friends. And the precision of the racing. The precision is something to see. These drivers maneuver their cars like the finesse of a surgeon, fraying the needle through the tight turns and narrow straights. It's like they were born with steering wheels in their hands.
I'm not quite sure that precision should be the word to use in this instance, but we should have some exciting racing today. Do you enjoy oval racing, Joe?
I mean, I do like NASCAR, but I don't prefer the walls. I like road racing. It's more open, more free.
I'm not sure that comment was in reference to racing, but we're getting ready to come to the green.
That's right, the green flag's coming. And for tonight, let's have Joe call out that first lap for us. How about it, Joe?
The green flag is in the air and they're off. The field charges forward, colorful, Laura, speed and precision. The drivers jockey for position, maneuvering through the front. The roar of the engines echoes through the stands as the cars jog down into turn one.
Nice call, Joe, but it took you the whole first lap to make that dissertation.
Back to the action, and more importantly, the number 11, XJ, has moved up from P7 start all the way to B4, trying to run down the number 3.
Now, not to rain on anyone's parade, but we know this is typical of XJ to start off pretty strong in most races.
Well, it is a dynamic start to his race, and in the first few laps now he has moved into P3 early in the race.
Much better tempo, Joe.
Fake, Sam. I'll try and do better. It's not exactly like I'm riding a bike here.
And as we move toward lap 42, XJ is challenging the number 88 for P2.
These drivers are fearless. They have nerves of steel and they know how to put on a show. They're not afraid to get up and close and personal with other opponents, trading paint, rubbing fenders as they battle for every inch of track position.
And just like that, XJ moves into P2, 42 laps into the race.
And as we approach lap 62, XJ takes the lead for the first time tonight. I've got to say, I'm a little shocked.
Well, so am I, Carissa. But XJ performed incredibly well all evening, and maybe, this unlucky streak is finally over.
I don't know if I'd put my hens in the basket and start counting the dogs before they bark.
What did you just say?
To be honest, I'm not completely sure.
And as we approach lap 65, the caution comes out for the first time tonight.
That's right, Carissa. 65 laps of green flag racing, and we bring out the caution. Looks to be a debris caution. I don't see any cars tied up on the track. Yes, we're getting word it is a debris caution.
Well, this worked out to XJ's advantage. There are only 2 cars on the lead lap, then as the other cars have already hit the pits before this caution.
And if his crew can give him a good pit stop, he could really take advantage of this late caution. It might really help him in the long run.
That's right, Sam. He really needs a good restart in order to hold on to that lead. And unfortunately, we know XJ and the number 11 don't always have the greatest restarts.
And here we go, lap 70 back to the green. XJ gets a great restart off the line. Maybe he can hold on to this lead. It looks like he will be extending that through 1 and 2.
Mike, that was a great restart for the number 11, and he's starting to push his lead back out again. Maybe this is his night. XJ really needs it. It's been a long, long time since he's had a good race, a good solid finish. This could be something that could turn around this racing team.
And once again, on lap 77, another caution, which will bring XJ back to the field for another restart.
As we go back to the green flag on lap 82, XJ does not get nearly as good a start. Going into turn 1, the number 4 is challenging him side by side. They go through the turns as they enter the backstretch. I don't think the 11 can hold off. Going to be under attack by the number 93 in P3 right now, too.
As the cars come out of turn 4, the number 4 has taken the lead. Number 11 under attack by the 93 across the start-finish line. Into turn 1, 4, wide. Oh no, there's contact between the 11 and the 30. The 11 sideways and the 9 gets into the side of XJ. Not what we needed to see.
And there's that XJ luck. It just looks like the same real estate for 2 cars, which is a little too much for turn 1 and into turn 2. The 9 car could not get stopped and hit XJ. Oh, it's unfortunate for XJ.
Yes, Carissa, it is truly unfortunate for XJ, but his luck, unfortunately, his unluck strikes once again. Damage on the side of the cars we see comes down pit road. I don't think he can get back into this one. Gonna go a lap down before the restart.
So, as we approach lap 123, XJ has made it all the way from the back of the field up to P11, but that's as far as he can go without a caution, ladies and gentlemen. He needs that lucky dog. He needs a caution in order to get back on the lead lap. Right now, he's just stalled where he's at. He's also been out quite some time on those tires since his last pit stop. His last pit stop was that caution.
And that was several laps ago, Larry, and I am concerned about how hard he's driving these tires and staying out that long. I guess he feels that there's no caution. He needs to stay out in order to try to get back and just earn back his lap. Just don't think it's going to happen tonight. He needs a caution. Completely agree with you.
And as we approach lap 156, it looks like XJ is having some trouble out there in that number 11.
Yes, Carissa, he is having a hard time, a humdinger trying to hang onto that car, loose at a 2 as he enters the backstretch. He's under attack also by the number 43 that is for position. I don't know if he can hold on to this thing or not.
And the white flag is out. XJ trying to hold on to that position, dives down low into turn 1, trying to hold off that number 43 car who is starting to press. They come into the backstretch. He is closing that gap down on XJ. XJ in the number 11 dives down into turn 3, trying to hold off that 43 from taking that position.
That number 43 is letting him know he's there. A couple of taps, gonna shoot the gap. Oh, gets into the 94, the wall, and XJ down to the infield. Oh no, DQ.
Absolutely incredibly hard luck. DQ'd feet before the finish line. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, Carissa, this poor fella has some of the luck of my political opponents. I just feel terrible for him. My heart goes out to XJ, the number 11, the team, the fans, everyone who supports him, anyone who's related to him. This is just tragic. Look at how close he was to finishing that race.
And the saga continues for the number 11 and his streak of unluck. It's beyond not lucky, it's unluck at this point.
You sure got that right, Mike. It's just unbelievably unlucky.
Congratulations to the 96 team for the win tonight at Richmond. And thanks for joining us, Sam, Joe. Hope you had a great time as we did.
Indeed, it was something to behold.
Yes, it was very enlightening, but I was supposed to get ice cream. Does anybody know about my ice cream?
Yes, thanks for joining us.
Maybe a cookie?
Sam and Joe, we'll work on that ice cream for you, sir. Larry Mack, Mike, wonderful time as always.
Make sure you hit that like button and that little bell thingamajig, and don't forget to subscribe. Click, click.